Once you start talking about universal pre-K, you're looking at some pretty big numbers here, and which, of course, plunges you right into the debate of teacher credentials. Bachelor's degree for the lead teachers, associates for the assistants. Obviously, one would rather have bachelor's degrees for everyone, but is that really a proxy for quality, for one thing, is the degree? And also, can you talk about the trade-off? In other words, for every $1 million in pre-K money that you've got, if you have something less than full bachelor's degrees, how many more kids can you serve? What's the economic trade-off?
It's a very good and very tough question to answer. Everybody that I've ever met who's involved with kids, little kids, cares about them enormously. They're not there, they certainly aren't there for the money, right? Or the wonderful job conditions that they've got. They're there out of love for those kids. And does it have to be a bachelor's degree? Maybe. I'm less doctrinaire about that than some folks are. But there's a lot to be learned about child development that people who love kids don't know. And what concerns me is that it's often the case, the data suggests, that the less education the teacher has, the more likely that teacher is to focus on order as opposed to focusing on creativity and freedom, because they don't know how to manage that process and it becomes chaotic. It's much easier to train a teacher to do flashcards than it is to do the kind of creative play that we're talking about. It takes education. Now, I think it's really, really important that education comes to the teachers, comes to the people who are now working in the schools, which is what happened in New Jersey, where you made it possible, financially possible and possible logistically, for the people who were pre-K teachers to go back and get degrees. And I know those teachers. I talk to those teachers. They want that kind of training. They're hungry to be better at what they're doing. So I think for them, and I think for the long run, it's an important thing to be about doing. Trade-off question, it's an at the margin, it's an important at the margin issue. And I would say you need to get teachers to some minimum level of understanding of the development of kids before you can offer something that you've described as high quality, and whether it necessarily has the BA degree attached to it or has the Susan Landry credential attached to it. I'm, for the moment, agnostic.